Are you over 50 and looking to delay or even prevent the need for a total knee replacement? If you are, then this video has the answers for you. My name is Harlow and I'm the Over-Fifties Specialist Physio here at HT Physio in Farnham. And today I'm going to give you one simple exercise that you can use every day to prevent the need for a total knee replacement and prolong the life of your knees. Now, before we get started, please, if you haven't already, remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel because it really helps me to reach more people. Now, that's being said, let's talk about what you can do to prolong the life of your knees. Now, there are many different things that cause knee arthritis, and we're only just starting to scratch the surface in the medical world of all of the different things that can either lead to bad arthritis or people who don't have any arthritis at all as they get older. Now, one of these factors is definitely genetics. So if you have a history of arthritis in your family, you are at a slightly increased risk of having it yourself as well. But there are a lot of lifestyle causes as well that can lead to arthritis if left unchecked. Things like bad diet that leads to obesity, things like lack of exercise, things like lack of mobility, all of these things can lead to worse arthritis. But there's another cause as well that isn't very often spoken about, which can lead to worse stress on the joint over the course of your life and shorten the lifespan of your knees. Now, this is called mechanical stress. Okay, and if we have too much mechanical stress on the knees, that can cause the cartilage within the knees to wear down quicker and mean that arthritis gets worse sooner. Now, conversely, if we can fix the mechanical problems within the knees and reduce the stress within the joint, then we're going to get less arthritis, okay, within the realms of our genetics. So let's have a quick look at the knee and I'll explain to you exactly what I mean when I say stress on the joint. So if you look at a knee, this is a knee here, a right-sided knee. So you've got your kneecap that sits on top, you've got your thigh bone here, and you've got your shin bone here. And when we move the kneecap slides up and down, and then these two bones, the shin bone and the thigh bone, they move on top of each other. Now, if you look inside the knee, you can just sort of catch a glimpse of what's going on inside. There's lots of different structures here. Some of them are quite complex, and basically they all work in tandem to make sure that the knee is nice and secure. Now, if we have what we call mechanical stress on the knee, which means either muscles are too weak or too tight, that causes increased friction between these bones. And the friction starts off on a low level, so you won't really feel too much happening. But over the course of several years, that can lead to much worse rubbing inside the joint, which can wear down the cartilage. Now, there is one muscle in particular that tends to be very tight for a lot of people. And if it becomes tight and it stays tight, it can lead to a compression of the entire knee joint. And believe it or not, that muscle is actually the calves. So the calves are the muscles that live in your lower leg, so they live right down here. And you might be thinking, well, the calf is not really that close to my knee. How can it affect my knee? Well, the calf, or the gastrocnemius muscle, if we want to get specific, actually comes up and attaches at the top of the condyles of the thigh bone, which are these two knobbly bits here. So it has two attachments that sit like that. Now, the other end of the calf is your Achilles, and that attaches to your heel. So if you think of the muscle as like a rope, if it's tight, it's pulling down on the thigh bone and it's pulling up on the heel. And in between those 2 points, you have the joint. So if you have this bit pulling down and that bit pulling up, you're going to squash everything between the knee. Now, to begin with, this isn't going to be painful. You probably won't even realize it's going on. But if that's allowed to happen over 20, 30 years, it's going to make the stress on the knee worse. And my theory is that people who have tight calves are more likely to develop knee problems later on in life. Now, luckily, fixing tight calves, even though they're very common, is actually quite easy. All you need to do is commit to regular stretching of this muscle. So the one exercise that can prolong the lifespan of your knees is the calf stretch. And in the next part of this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. The one exercise you need to do each day to ensure more life out of your knees is the calf stretch. Now, I've already spoken about why the calf stretch is so important, so I'm just going to demonstrate it to you now. So the calf stretch is really simple. All you need to do this exercise is something to lean on, preferably your kitchen worktop or something nice and high that you can put your hands on. So you're going to start off facing the kitchen worktop. You can put both hands on it, and for the purpose of this demo, we're going to be stretching this leg here, so the left leg. All you need to do is take that leg out behind you, and you want to keep the back leg straight and the heel on the floor. Now, if you look at my feet, both of my feet are pointing in the same direction, so they're running parallel. Now, the stretch is really simple. All you need to do is keep this leg straight and bend the other knee and bring your body weight forward. Now, when you get to about here, what you should notice is a bit of a stretch, not in the knee, but in the calf, a bit lower down. And once you have that stretch, you don't need to bounce into it. You don't need to move in and out. You just need to hold it. And if you can feel a bit of a pull, it's doing the right thing. Now, the pull shouldn't be strong. It shouldn't feel like something's going to tear. It should just feel like it's stretching. And once you have that stretch, all you need to do is hold it for 30 seconds without moving. Now, after you've done that, you would do the other side. So you would swap over, put the other leg at the back, keep the heel down and bend this time the left knee. And again, you hold for 30 seconds. My recommendation to most people is that they try and do that exercise at least 3 to 5 times every day. And the best times to do it are times where you're already stood up, so waiting for the kettle to boil or waiting for something to cook on the stove, or when you're brushing your teeth, you can do it as well, holding onto the sink. So that's the calf stretch. As I mentioned in the last part of the video, you hold the stretch for 30 seconds, and the best way to do this is to do it 3 to 5 times a day on each side, spread throughout the day. So you want to do some in the morning, some at lunchtime, some in the afternoon, and some in the evening for best results. If you just make that a part of your routine, you're going to prevent a lot of knee problems, and you're also going to prevent foot and ankle problems as well. So the calf stretch is super important. I give it to lots of my clients with knee pain, and it really, really helps. It can help to fix knee injuries as well as prevent them too. So that is the exercise I would choose for everyone to do if they want to prolong the life of their knees. I hope that's been useful. Give it a go and see how you get on. You can always come back and leave us a comment below. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to hear about our next videos. And the other thing you can do if you've liked this video and you want more tips from me is pick up a copy of my book. It's called Thriving Beyond 50, and you can find a link to the book below this video. That's all I've got for you today. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to speaking to you on the next one.